Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's a former #1 pick, who I believe made his major league debut against the Braves.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland Snowhawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
A yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Number 89.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long distance,
pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Kenneth Murray drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The give to Taylor. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. they try the right side here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off the play fake. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll have a first down past the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot before break. Allen, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Complete.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen going to try and keep him. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbuna. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
2-yard line.
Stepping up, and now a fumble. The ball's out, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Down to the 25. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 2.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they caught one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Kenneth Murray, his second sack of the night.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
21.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On second and goal, Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
The score, Snowhawks 17.
Perez had a 2-out single in the second, scored the first Nationals run.
Bellingham to kick it away after the touchdown.
Garcia.
Fair catch.
Saw him briefly last year.
16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That's it for 29 pitches in the 7th inning. Minter about to make his 10th. He's facing his 4th hitter.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 21-yard line.
Perez is a veteran. Does he have the hit privilege 3-0?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football.
All bets are off, as we like to say,
You
with
hold a team under 10
Stevenson, the scheduled hitter next. He's a lefty. He's had a good day. He's hit the ball hard 3 times.
Game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Well, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent the best player of all that. And I say multiple so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
He lost Perez. Bases are loaded with 1 out.
you get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next.
This is where AJ with his stuff. You're looking for a strikeout.
As I said, Stevenson has hit the ball right on the button 3 times. So throw away the lefty-lefty dealio. The way he's swinging it on opening day. Won't matter if he can't throw a strike. He did, and it's popped up foul. No ball to the strike. Again, it's so much easier said than done. Want your pitcher to get ahead with strike 1 all the time. It's not easy.
No, and it's tough to navigate these lineups. And honestly, AJ, you walked the last guy, but before that, you got a broken bat from Zimmerman and a CNI ground ball.
You've seen enough broken bat hits in this opening week. 0-1 pitch. Shot toward third off Riley's glove. Dansby will fire to second. That's late. Nationals tie the game. A midfield shot off Riley's glove. It's 5-5. Stevenson makes it 15. So they cash in the single on the 0-2 count. They advance the